Hello, magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. Welcome po dito sa ating first set of reviews for our civil service examination. Ayan po. So welcome po sa lahat ng mga nandirito, mga future natin, ng mga CSE passers, mga top-notchers po, sa ating CSE review. Before we begin, paki-share po ng inyong location. Kung saan po kayo, maybe the city you're from, paki-type po dito sa ating comment section para medyo kaunting interaction po muna tayo. Ayan, good evening po sa inyong lahat. We have here from Pagadian, si Ma'am Shayna from YouTube. Meron din po tayo, yes, good evening po, Ange. Si Mylene, ayun, meron din tayo from Naik, Cavite. Okay, good evening po sa inyong lahat. And of course, from Manila, San Pedro, Laguna. Ayan, so medyo marami tayo from Luzon area. Quirino, ayun. Good evening from Pototan, Iloilo. Hello po. Medyo magkalapit lang po tayo. Mga one town away lang po kayo sa akin ngayon. Ayan, meron din tayong isa rin from Iloilo, si Ma'am Mary Rose. Carles, Iloilo. Okay, good evening po sa inyong lahat. Yes po, pa-share po muna ng location. We'll wait for perhaps a few more minutes or so before tayo mag-begin para po mabigyan ng pagkakataon ng iba pa nating kasama na sumali dito sa ating session for tonight. Meron po tayo from Cebu, Samar, and from Parañaque, Misamis Oriental, and Cagayan de Oro. Ayan. For those who are watching po from YouTube, just to give you an advance warning, may mga moments po na medyo delayed yung ating relay and YouTube compared dito sa my Facebook. So, yung pagpasok po ng comments ninyo may not be exactly on time. So, if you are asking some questions, baka po delayed rin yung response ko. I am reading your comments, pero medyo may delay po kasi minsan yung pagbalik na pag-receive ng messages sa aking side. Ayan po. From Zamboanga, Pangasinan, Tacloban, and Ilocos as well. Caloocan. Ayan, good evening po sa inyong lahat. Also, for those who are watching via YouTube, paki-check po ng pag-view po ninyo ng YouTube kung ano po yung ang tawag dito. Consistency is not the term. Baka po kasi medyo blurred yung dating sa inyo. So, please check po sa settings niyo sa YouTube. Make sure na naka-highest setting po yung ating pag-view ng YouTube para hindi po blurred yung dating ng ating video sa inyo. Yes, so good evening po sa lahat. Meron din tayo from Tacloban. So, to give you an overview, welcome po sa lahat ng nandito ngayong gabi. For tonight, we are going to begin our Civil Service Examination Review. For those of you who are already enrolled with us here in Gurong Pinoy, you would have had access doon po sa ating diagnostic exam. So, yung diagnostic exam po natin ay parehong-pareho po yung format sa actual na Civil Service exam na kukunin po ninyo sa March. Okay? So, kung kukuha po kayo sa March, it's a good practice na makita na ninyo kung ano po yung expected natin na format, right? And doon po sa ating diagnostic examination na ma-access ninyo, kung member na po kayo ng Gurong Pinoy at na reviewers for Civil Service Exam, makikita po ninyo na yung items number 61 up until 100 are 40 items set for numerical reasoning. Okay, so we are going to begin tonight our review with numerical reasoning, the first 20 sets, items number 61 to 80 of numerical reasoning. Okay, so for those po na hindi pa nakakasalid or nakaka-access ng ating mga files, please message us directly here in the Gurong Pinoy Facebook page para naman po updated kayo sa kung ano pang mga ganap natin and for our subsequent reviews, and also para maka-access po kayo ng files. For those of you who are freely viewing this via YouTube and Facebook, you will only get to access the first hour of our review. So 1 hour lang po yung ma-access ninyo. Pero kung kayo po ay naka-full access or naka-enroll po kayo sa Civil Service Exam review natin, then you would get the full 2-hour review. Plus, meron po kayong access advance sa mga questions na binibigay ng ating mga coaches. And then, more pa rin on other files that would be very useful for the actual review. So if I were you, please do enroll na po sa ating Civil Service Exam review. Pero kahit hindi pa kayo nakapag-enroll, wag po kayo mag-alala dahil you will still have access to at least an hour of our review for tonight. Okay? So hello po from Bohol and from Marawi. Good evening po sa inyong lahat. Before we formally begin, allow me to, introduce myself po sa inyo. And ito po muna. Yung pinapakita ko pong schedule dito is the schedule for numerical reasoning only. I'm sure na nakita na po ninyo yung post natin from Coach Mech about your other schedules for civil service examination. Medyo puno po yung ating ating November. Every Saturday and Sunday, meron po tayong Civil Service Examination Review. So for tonight, we're going to begin with numerical reasoning, diagnostic test ng numerical reasoning. Tomorrow po, I believe you will be having verbal na reasoning yata. And then, makikita po tayo ulit dito sa may numerical reasoning. For tonight, nandito po tayo ngayon. And then, yung sunod po nating pagkikita dito sa may numerical reasoning is doon pa po sa may November 12 pa po, yung next na numerical reasoning. And then, that's the 2 diagnostic tests. So, hinati ko po sa dalawang session yung 40-item diagnostic test. And then, on November 25 and 26, we will be covering some special topics or specific topics in numerical reasoning na hindi po natin ma-fully discuss during diagnostic. Okay? So, dito po tayo mag-uumpisa. For tomorrow, iba naman po yung subject natin na pag-aaralan at iba rin naman po yung coach ma-encounter ninyo. Ayan, so good evening po. Ayan, so highly recommended po yung ating online review. Thank you very much, Ninyo. And also, ayan. So, just to give you an overview, of course, magpapakilala po muna ako properly. This is the first time I'm meeting a lot of you. Ako po si Coach Faye. I am a faculty of the Mathematics Department of West Visayas State University. Before working at WIVSU, I was also a former Athenian educator. So I taught mathematics there sa senior high school at naging cluster coordinator din po ako for Science, Math, and Technology and ABM. Doon din po sa mga institution na iyon, Ateneo de Iloilo po. That's actually where I met Coach Mek of Gurong Pinoy. And as for my educational background, I have a Master of Mathematics and Bachelor of Science in Applied Mathematics degree from West Visayas State University. I've also taken units in PhD Mathematics Education at University of the Philippines Open University. And I also took my teacher certification program na credentials from University of Iloilo FINMA. Because of, hindi po kasi ako education graduate at alam naman po ninyo, hindi po tayo makakakuha ng lisensya kung wala po tayong education units. So what I did was I took the teacher certification program, tapos napasa po yung LET na examination noong March 2019 dahil po naging reviewer din po ako ng Gurong Pinoy. So si Gurong Pinoy din po ang nagpapasa sa akin doon sa ang LET na kinuha ko noong March 2019. So like you, I know po the experience of being with Gurong Pinoy as a reviewer. So, I could highly recommend yung Gurong Pinoy because it's a personal experience for me. Hindi lang dahil coach ako dito, but dahil minsan na rin po akong naging reviewer ng ating Gurong Pinoy. And of course, I also passed my own CSE professional na examination last November 2009. Okay, so ayan po, just a little bit of a preview. Okay lang po kung hindi tayo makapasa. I think you have a couple of tries for civil service examination. So what we should do is mag-review po tayo. That's the very first thing that I would advise to each and every one of you. Kailangan po talaga ninyong mag-review and wag po kayong mag-aral lang perhaps a day or a week lang before the examination. Alam niyo po kasi, if you do the review on a weekly basis, pag matagal po yung review ninyo, mas malaki po yung chance na ma-retain ninyo yung mga pinag-aaralan ninyo. Civil service exam is considered as an easy exam if you're prepared for it. And one of the biggest problems that we would have for civil service examination is if nakalimutan mo na yung concepts. Yun po kasi yung medyo tricky sa civil service examination. Madali siya in the sense na probably na-cover niyo po yung topics noong maybe first or second year college pa lang po kayo. And by the time nakukuha po kayo ng exam, baka nakalimutan nyo na po yung concepts. That's why it's very, very important for you to do your review. Wow, congratulations Sir Simon! At nakapasa po kayo. Isa po siya sa ating reviewers din here sa My Gurong Pinoy. Congratulations and sana po marami din ang matulad kay Sir Simon. Sir Simon, pa-share naman ng ano yung items na lumabas sa numerical reasoning message. Comment ka mamaya para ma-read ko at para ma-adjust ko po. Ako po yung first commenter, Sir Simon. Makikita po ninyo dito sa ating Facebook comment section. Ako po yung first commenter. Ayan po. Sige. So, another tip that I would suggest to you is particularly in numerical reasoning. Yung math po kasi, kailangan po talaga niya ng masinsinan na review and dapat you should actually do the exercises. Hindi po na tinitingnan nyo lang siya or nakikinig lang po kayo ng review. You actually have to practice it po. It's a skill that you have to develop by practicing. Sir JV, no, this is not exclusive for Pavlov. This is for both your civil service examination and applicable din po doon sa LET. But if I were you, I would please do check your your Facebook page kung ano po yung update. Pero yung civil service na numerical reasoning review po is good for civil service exam as well as doon din po sa ating LET review na general education. Ayan po. Kasi pareho lang po yung coverage ng Gen Ed na math sa numerical reasoning natin dito sa may civil service examination. So pwede pa rin po, hindi nga lang siya exclusive doon sa may LET review. So paki-check lang po doon sa inyong section kasi I believe yung LET majorship, you're supposed to have majorship discussion tonight. So this is Gen Ed po kasi. So paki-double check lang po sa inyong Facebook group. Ayan, so I think that's enough chit-chat and I hope baka marami-rami na rin po yung mga nakapasok dito. So without further ado, let's begin our session. 20 items po ng ating numerical reasoning na review. So let's begin with this. So for the directions of the items, I'm giving you 4 choices. So for each of the following problems, please choose the correct answer from the choices given, and if the answer is not in the choices, choose 5. Please read the instructions very, very carefully. Minsan po kasi may binibigay sila na specific instructions that would help you dictate kung paano po kayo magdidiskarte sa pagbigay po ng sagot. Okay? May mga times po that you have to look for the closest answer. May mga times din po na pag wala talaga yung answer dyan, then you really have to answer something specific. So you have to read your directions carefully. They are there for a reason. That's another tip that I would give to you. Okay, so let's begin with the very first item. So, item number 61 po, doon sa ating diagnostic examiner review. Find the next number in the series. We have 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, and 36, followed by which number? Please type or please write the item number 61 dot yung answer po ninyo. Is it 1, 47, 2, 45, 3, or 4? Again, item number 61 dot, ano po yung answer ninyo? Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? Yung number po ng choice, not the actual answer itself. Okay? I'd like to see your answers here in our chat para po mag-gauge natin kung gaano na po karami yung nakapag-comment. And kung gaano po karami yung naka-follow dito sa ating review. So, ayan, marami po nakapag-answer ng medyo at least 4. Ayan, nakalima na po. Ano po ba yung nakita ninyong pattern? Bakit po yan yung naisip ninyong isagot? It's possible po kasi that you could see multiple patterns. So, pwede po na iba yung makita ng iba sa inyo. So, paano po ninyo nakuha? Ano po yung inyong technique? Square each number. So, si Sir Toto, yan. So, square daw po yung ating number. Parang tama naman po, ano? So, that would be our solution there. Sige, thank you very much po. Let me just show you the solution fully. So, yung nangyayari po dito ay, let me use a bright color. Ito siguro, kaya na po ito. Hopefully. So, this is 1 squared. It's not too bright. Sige. 2 squared, 3 squared, 4 squared, 5 squared, 6 squared. So we're expecting that the next number is going to be 7 squared, which is actually 49. So yes, indeed, ayan. Tama po tayo sa ating answer. So, para maiba. Yes. So this is a sequence of perfect squares. Yes, Joram, pwede pong sulatan ang questionnaire. Sa inyo na po yan once you have it. So pwede po. It's good. Wait, sorry. During the civil service examination, I'm not so sure. Paki-double check lang po doon sa may instructions kasi parang may time yata na nung time po kasi namin bawal magsulat sa questionnaire. Anyway, you would be supplied with a lot of scratch papers naman po. Okay? So, double check lang natin yung sequences natin kasi hindi lang naman ito yung hitsura ng lahat ng klaseng sequence na possible na makuha ninyo. So let's take a look at your definition first of your patterns for sequences and series. So yung sequence and series po, marami pong possible na items na lumabas dyan at isa lang po ito doon. So for this, ayan. So for this po, meron po tayong ganitong mga possible patterns. So you can involve skipping of numbers with same differences. For example, 5, 12, 19, 26, 33. Ano po kaya yung kasunod na number dito? What's your guess po? Ano po yung kasunod na number dyan? You're welcome, Joram. Ayan. So dito po, sa pattern po na ito, ano po kaya yung missing number dito? Or ano po yung nakikita ninyong pattern? So your next number would be, ayan. So indeed, the correct answer is 40. Yung pattern po natin ay, let me enlarge this a bit. So yung pattern po natin ay, for every item here, nagdadagdag lang po tayo ng 7 and continuously adding 7. So we are indeed expecting 40. Ayan. So, yung nangyari po dyan is just increasing lang po or same differences lang po. Yan. Yes, correct po kayo, Ms. Renalyn, Jomalyn. Ayan. Tama po yung pattern na nakita ninyo. How about yung isa pang pattern dyan, sa baba lang niya? Pwede rin daw po na increasing differences. Sometimes it's not just the same, but sometimes nag-i-increase din yung difference. What do you think is the answer here in our second set? Masyado namang advanced si Sir Zeus. Next item pa po yan. Sige. So, what we have for the next item here is, or the 8, 9, 11 here is, indeed, it is 29. Yung nangyayari po kasi, the pattern here is plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, tapos plus 4, plus 5, so plus 6 dito. Indeed, the answer is 29. Ayan, medyo madali lang naman po, ano ba? Pwede sa test booklet and nag-erasure. Okay. So, according dito po sa isa nating taker, I think, si Simon, yes, Sir Simon, pwede daw po magsulat sa test booklet. So, paki-double check lang po, makinig lang po kayo sa instructions kasi it can change po kasi depende sa taon na kinuha po ninyo. Baka po kasi palitan nila yung situation. I'm not hindi rin naman actually nila inuulit yung actual na test booklet. Yes, inuulit po nila minsan yung items. Pero nire-recycle po nila yung items but not the same test booklet. Okay? So, we have this. Siyempre, madali po kung puro lang naman same differences. But sometimes, may iba rin po tayong patterns. Minsan, may multiplication na po siya. Minsan, may subtraction, may division. Minsan, may alphabets. Minsan, may squaring, so on and so forth. So, let's take a look at a few items that I gave here. Ayan. Gusto ko pong masiguro na medyo... Ayan. So, according to kay Muhammad, ayan, allowed sila magsulat sa test booklet. Okay, so that's good. It would be easier for you actually if doon mismo sa test booklet, less chance na maging careless kayo if doon mismo sa items. Pero again, double check lang po. Make sure lang po na allowed siya during the instructions kasi you never know what would happen during the actual test taking. So, yung first item po natin, let's call this item A, B, C, D, and E. I think I'm receiving quite a few answers already for item A. Naka-answer na si Miss Renalyn, tsaka si Jevi. Ayan, at tsaka si Toto. Can we have more responses from our viewers for tonight? And let's check if medyo, ano po yung nakita ninyong pattern? Minsan po kasi, it's possible that you would be seeing different patterns. Iba-iba po yung pattern na nakikita, pero for as long as consistent po yung pattern na nakikita ninyo, then you would all get the same correct answer. Kahit iba yung nakikita ninyo. Ayan. So marami na po nakakapagsabi ng 100. So the pattern here is, yes, Miss Renalyn, tama po kayo. This is just plus 20 all throughout. What I do is I would wait for me to establish the pattern 3 times. 3 beses po i-establish yung pattern bago po kayo makapag-conclude na siguro tama po siya. Minsan kasi kung 2 beses mo lang siya na-establish, baka magulat ka, by the 3rd step, biglang nag-iba yung pattern. So if I were you, at least 3 layers na makita ninyong consistent yung pattern before you conclude na siya nga talaga. Okay, so 3 tries muna. So, plus 20, you get 100. How about sa item B? Ano po yung next number dito sa item B at ano rin po yung pattern na nakikita ninyo? May answer na po si Miss Grace, si Junlyn, tsaka si Ces, si Aiki. Meron din. Ayan. May isa po tayong Facebook user na hindi ko po makita yung pangalan. Pasensya na po, si Miss Renalyn. Ayan. Ano po yung pattern na nakikita ninyo? Si Maureen says, add 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so according to Maureen, nag-add siya ng even numbers. Plus 2, plus 4, plus 6, plus 8, plus 10. Tama, pattern nga siya. So we're expecting this to be plus 12, which is indeed 45. Ayun, that's correct. Sige po, how about item C? Doon po sa item C, ano po ba yung pattern na nakikita natin? Ayan. So far, so good. Marami pong mga correct answers yung nakikita ko dito. Yes, correct po yung nakikita ninyong pattern. 2, 4, 6. Oh, may isang 69. I don't know how you got that, but I hope nakita po ninyo kung bakit iba yung pattern natin. Right, for item C, meron tayong si Daisy, may answer. Pareho sila ni Michael. Ay, medyo iba yung answer ni Maureen. Tsaka yung isang Facebook user natin. Okay. Nag-times 3 daw sila. Huh. Interesting. Si Nata. Okay. 288 din. Can we have some more answers? Kasi parang biglang nag-iba yung answers natin. Okay lang yan, Miss Grace. Okay lang na dito tayo magkamali o wag lang sa actual na exam. So kung nagkakamali kayo during practice, that's normal. Kasi pinag-aaralan pa lang po natin. Kaya nga po tayo nagpa-practice para po lahat ng mali, malaman na natin at maitama natin before the actual examination, right? So ayan. So meron pong nag-answer ng 216 at may nagsasagot din po ng 288. Let's look at the pattern. This is times 3. This is times 4. This is times 3. So we expect that the next pattern is not going to be times 3. We expect a repetition of pattern, so it's going to be times 4. So yung mga nakapag-answer po ng 288, nako Simon, buti na lang nakapasa ka na. Kasi iba yung sagot natin. Ayan, so nag-alternate po yung minumultiply natin. Minsan po nangyayari yan. This is why I always tell you na wait for at least 3 beses mo na ulit para makita mo yung pattern. Kasi minsan kung 2 beses lang, hindi ka sure pa sa pattern. Okay? And of course, alam niyo po, kung kumukuha po kayo ng exam, minsan nagmamadali po kayo. So kung nagmamadali po kayo, it's really possible na meron tayong carelessness. So what I would suggest is a certain amount of time per item, maybe a minute or 2 lang per item. Alam niyo po, marami po kayong sasagutan, hindi lang numerical reasoning. So limit niyo rin naman po yung time sa pagsagot ninyo, pero a little bit careful lang tayo, and if may time, review po. Yun lang po yung makaka-resolve niyan. Okay? So I am now waiting for your answers in item D. Yan. Yes po, alternate po. Minsan po nangyayari po yan sa patterns na alternate. Ayan. So may answer na tayo dito. I think nag-answer si NN tsaka si Almera. Ano po yung nakita ninyong pattern? Paano po ninyo nasagot yung binigay niyo ngayon? Ayan, si Jao. Ganun din yung answer niya. Nagkakapareho yung answer. Meron bang ibang answer dyan? Ay, si Melo masyadong advance. Letter D pa lang tayo, Melo. Ayan. So, meron pa po ba nakapagsagot doon sa item D? Yes, marami po nakapagsagot ng 189. Yung pattern po natin ay, at least yung nakita ko pong pattern is, this is plus 6, this is plus 12, plus 24, plus 48. As you can see, yung dinadagdag po natin, meron din po siyang pattern. So, dual layer po siya. So, yung ito po, nag-times 2, times 2, times 2. So, I would expect na magta-times 2 din po ako dito. So, instead of adding 48, I'm supposed to add 96. So, that's 93 plus 96, as most of you have been saying, is indeed 189. Ayan. So, that is our pattern here. So, nagta-times 2, may pattern na tayong dinadagdag, nagta-times 2 pa tayo. So, possible po na mangyari yan. Nagdo-double, yes ninyo, nagdo-double yung dinadagdag natin doon sa D. How about po doon sa item E? I think may answer na si other reviewers for tonight. Ano po yung pattern na nakikita natin dito sa item E? Ayan, si Laika tsaka si Melo nakapagbigay na ng answer and pareho sila ng answer. Si Jao, ganun din yung answer. Si Renaline. Okay, so for item E, dahil parang medyo marami-rami na rin siya, yes, tama po. Dagdag ng 5. O may nakita na akong ibang answer. Let's take a look. So kung magdadagdag tayo ng 5, plus 5, plus 5, plus 5, then I'm expecting 21. Sa makikita po ninyo, yung number tsaka yung letter, nagko-correspond din naman po siya. A is the first letter of the alphabet, F is the sixth, ika-11 si K, and so on. So ano po ba yung 21st letter? Your 21st letter is actually letter U. So the correct answer is indeed U21. So I hope everyone got that. Yan po yung answer natin sa first few sets na binigay ko sa inyo. Ayan. So, as mentioned, kailangan po natin ng marami-raming exercise at practice para po makuha po talaga natin. Pwede na gano'n makuha. Sige. So, I have another set here. Para lang po masiguro ko na medyo na-establish natin ang tama. So, ayan. Medyo mabilis. Mabilis tayo makakuha ng patterns. That's good. How about item F? Ayan. Hello, Sugar. Thank you very much. Ayan, meron na po tayong mga passers dito, mga live testimonies po of those who really took the exam and who really sumubaybay po at nag-review dito sa ating Gurong Pinoy. And ayan po, at ano po yung produkto ng masugid na pagre-review? So your answers are 64. Ano po yung pattern na nakita natin? I think this one is quite easy to figure out. Yung pattern lang naman po natin ay nagkakapareho po. This is times 2 all throughout. So it is indeed 64. So for letter F, the answer is 64. How about item G? I thank you, Sir Simon. Yes. Salamat po. Malaking tulong yan, Sir Simon, para maka-adjust tayo ng mga items natin para sa susunod nating nagre-review. Minsan kasi paiba-iba rin yung mga maraming items na dinadagdag nila per session kaya or per year. So it's good if we have some feedback kung ano po yung adjustments na pwede nating gawin. Okay. Ayan. Thank you. Thank you very much, Simon. So, meron tayong ayan, I think the comments that I'm reading are still from letter F. But for our item G, I have answers from Toto from Jao. Ayan, nagpalit ng answer si Jao. Sige. Nagpalit ka ba, Jao, dahil na-realize mong baka iba or dahil nakita mo yung answer? Ay, nako, bigla pong umulan sa amin dito. I'm not sure if naririnig ninyo. Medyo may silencing factor din naman yung aking microphone, pero pag tumigil po ako sa pagsasalita, baka maririnig po ninyo na umuulan po ng malakas dito sa amin. I'm crossing my fingers na hindi po tumigil yung aking, tawag dito, na hindi tumigil yung internet connection ko dito. Ayan, so yung pattern, thank you very much, Toto. Yung pattern daw po ay divide by 2/3. Or, you could also interpret that as multiply by, narinig yung ulan, multiply by 3/2, right? So, pwede po tayo mag-multiply by 3/2. So, pag na-multiply po tayo ng 3/2, ay sorry, ano nangyari dito? Yung makukuha po nating answer dito is going to be 3/2. Or, as yung sinabi kong isang pattern kanina, ay divide by 2 yung numerator, divide by 2, yung denominator ay divide by 3, and so on. So, magkakaroon po kayo ng 1, tapos, that's 1 over 1 eh. Divide by 2, divide by 3, that's 1/2 over 2/3, over 1/3, and still 3/2. That's if medyo iba po yung pattern ninyo, okay lang. So, kung medyo different yung pattern na nakikita ninyo, for as long as you're doing it constantly and correctly, you would still end up with the same correct answer. Okay? So, let's try po yung item H natin. Can you post? Yes, tama yan. Practice po tayo. How about item H? Ano po yung answer natin dyan? Interesting. Si Jomalyn pala yung nakikita ko. Si Vin. Ayan. Bakit kaya? Ano po yung answer natin doon kay item H? But parang kanina mabilis yung answers eh. Parang bumagal-bagal po tayo ng kaunti. Sa internet connection po ba? O medyo interesting lang yung item natin? Ayan. So ano po yung pattern na nakikita natin dito? This is not just, tawag dito, this is not just addition, right? So you might see a pattern that involves multiplication or this is actually squaring, right? So what we're seeing here is actually 1 squared. Yung second one po is the negative of 2 squared. Meron tayong 3 squared. Meron tayong negative 4 squared, 5 squared, negative 6 squared. So we're expecting 7 squared. Sinesquare po natin, it's a sequence of squares, but not just that, you're also alternating the signs. Okay? Nagpa-plus minus po yung sign natin. So we're expecting 7 squared na positive. So that's indeed 49. Ayan. Hindi po kasi natin mag-gauge kung gaano po kahaba yung pattern na ibibigay sa atin. So it's best for us to practice short patterns and long patterns na makuha natin. Ayan. Yon, nakuha rin. So how about yung item I po natin? What is your answer for item I? Okay lang yan. Kahit huli mo na nakuha, ang importante makuha. Keep trying lang. Yan naman po yung purpose ng review natin eh, para makapag-practice po kayo. Okay? So how about item I? What's your answer in item I? Kindly post them here in our comment section. Ayan. So pag may tatlo na akong comment, may extra zero yung kay NN. Ayan. I think tatlo na po yung nakakapag-comment. Vinji, si Toto, at si NN. Yes, tama po yung pattern na nakita nyo, Vinji. It's divided by 2. So we continue on dividing by 2. So pag ginawa po ninyo ito, makita ninyong tatlong beses nang umulit yung pattern. So parang sure na tayo na ganyan talaga siya. So if we divide this by 2, we would end up having 0.15625. Ayan. So correct po yung answers ng karamihan sa atin dito. And our last item for patterns, ano po yung ating answer dito? May nakita na akong isang answer. Ayan, dalawa na po yung nakakapag-answer. Ayan, tatlo na. Ayan, I think marami na po nakapagsagot ng ating desired answer here, which is 4. Ano po yung pattern na nakita ninyo? Ayun, yung kay Benji na answer is divide by 2 minus 2. That's correct. So yung very first one po natin dito is divide by 2, tapos nag-minus 2, tapos nag-divide ulit sa 2, tapos nag-minus 2. So sometimes you need at least 4 numbers before you could really set up the pattern na ay inuulit pala siya. Tsaka yun lang pala yung inuulit, dalawang sets lang. So minsan po, yung pattern would appear in groups of 2. Nakapares po yung patterns natin. Ay, sorry. So ayan, naka-pair po yung pattern natin, tapos may something in between. So may pattern kayong divide by 2 tapos biglang nag-minus 2. So medyo iba yung pali siya. Meron tayong divided by 2, minus 2. Tapos another na naman, divided by 2, minus 2. Tapos another na naman, divided by 2, minus 2. So this is indeed going to be 4. Ayan. So sometimes yung pattern mo is hindi lang magkakasunod, minsan in pairs din siya. And alam niyo po, may mga times din na in terms of 3. So may mga triples din po minsan yung patterns natin. Okay? Thank you very much. I hope we got that. And I'd like to see your solution for item 62. Can you supply the missing number in this one? Sa item 62 na po tayo, balik tayo doon sa ating diagnostic na exam. What's the missing number? This is still sequences and series. Ayan, I'm receiving a couple of answers or a few answers already. Grace, Renalyn. Ayan. So, yung ilagay po natin is yung number na nagbibigay ng choice natin or parang letter, kumbaga, naka-number form kasi siya eh. So, I would like you to type in 3 kasi yung answer po natin is 3, not the correct answer na 5, but the 3 na choice po natin. Alam niyo po kasi 'di ba yung 5 sa instructions natin is if the answer is not in the choices, write 5, right? So, yung option po natin dito is 1, 2, 3, 4 lang po. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 lang po tayo. But indeed, 5 nga po siya. Nga lang, yung isusulat po natin dapat is yung 3. Careful po tayo dyan, baka iba po yung ma-shade ninyo doon sa inyong test booklet if medyo iba po yung pagkakaintindi ninyo doon sa ating instruction. So as you can see here, the pattern that we have is actually in triples. So naka-triple po yung pattern natin. So ano po yung pattern natin? So in your first triple, you have your plus 5, plus 2, plus 5, plus 2, plus 3, plus 5, plus 4. So expect this to be plus 5, plus 5. So that's one set of pattern. And then, if you would investigate more closely, may pattern din tayo dito. So if hindi nyo makuha yung pattern using the one written above, pwede nyo rin po siya makuha mula sa baba, in triples din po, na plus 1 lang all throughout. So it's possible for you to see different patterns here, but you should still get the correct answer. Kahit iba-iba po yung klaseng pattern na nakikita ninyo. So the correct answer here is indeed 3. Option 3, which represents item number 5. So I hope we got that. Ayan. So medyo may mga enlightenment na tayo, moments of enlightenment for some of us here. That's good. It means na meron kayong prior understanding na nako-correct or na-improve. So that's good if you have those kinds of moments here. So let's take a look at item number 63. Ano po yung ating answer here? Again, kindly write in the choices or in the comment section, ano po yung nagre-represent sa option ninyo. So please write the option number, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, if it's there, and 5 if it's not. Okay? Not the actual answer, but the option number for item number 63. Ayan, I think I'm receiving quite a few answers already for item number 63, pero medyo iba-iba lang siya. Interesting. Can we have more answers for item number 63? Ayan. So, paano po ito? Yes, tama si NN that the x is 14, but what is, kung anong hinahanap natin na item here? Let's take a closer look, right? So, yung hinahanap natin is ano ito if ganito, right? So, we have to begin with this one first. Unahin natin yan. Okay? We have to figure that out first before yung what is 12x plus 17. So ano siya? What we do here is, so you have 2x minus 7 is equal to 21. Yung kailangan po nating makuha if you're solving for may mga variables, dapat masolo nyo sa isang side, puro variable lang. Wala na siyang ibang kasama. So what we're supposed to do here is actually, dapat masolo ni 2x yung position niya. So dapat maalis natin si minus 7 dyan. Lipat natin siya sa other side. In order for us to do that, pag lumilipat ka from one side of the equation, from left to right or from right to left, pag lumipat ka ng position, nagpapalit ka ng sign. Subtraction becomes addition. So we would end up having 21 plus 7, which of course would lead to 28. So meaning 2x is 28. Again, yung end goal po natin is masolo si x. So how do you get rid of a 2 nakatabi ni x? That is a multiplication, right? So kailangan makancel natin si 2. What we have to do is divide this by 2. But to maintain equality, you need to do the same sa other side, which gives us, I think may nakapag-comment kanina, si NN, that this makes your x be equal to 14. So if your x is 14, what does that make this? So ang mangyayari dyan, this will become 12x plus 17. So that's 12 times 14 is 168 plus 17. That gives us 185, option 1. Ayan. So at least, nakuha natin. Ayan. Okay lang kung careless ka sa sign for now. At least, since you've acknowledged that, ma-avoid mo na siya in the future. Okay? So you might want to take, ayan. So yun po yung answer. Hopefully sa mga iba po yung answer, naliwanagan tayo kung bakit iba yung answer ninyo at makakorrect po ninyo yan next time. Let's take a look at item number 64. So for item number 64, this time we're looking for the sum of these 4 numbers. Ayan, I think may answers na tayo from Melo, from Jen, Maureen, Vin. May nauna kanina. Ayan, si Jen, si Roslyn, si Almera. Ayan. So ano po yung correct answer natin dito? And si Rose also. So you could simply write this down. Pwede pong ulitin ninyong isulat, tsaka i-add nyo manually. Or what I do actually is, kahit ito na po yung itsura, dito na lang po ako directly magsusulat. So I will take a look at the last number. So I have 5 plus 9 is 14. So mag-encircle po ako kasi may carry 1 na po ako. So magtitira is 4. So 4 plus 5 is 9. Plus 1 is 0, carry 1. So 0. I am ending with 0. Dalawang beses ako nag-encircle, ibig sabihin magdadagdag ako ng dalawa. At this point pa lang, alam ko that I'm supposed to end with the number 0. So checking, lahat pala ng choices ko nag-end sa 0. So, okay, carry on. Next. So now I have 2 plus 7, that's 9. Plus 9, mag-carry na naman ako. Plus 9 ulit yan. Plus 9 siya ulit. So may 0 ulit ako. So mayroon akong 0, right? And then, 8 pala, 8. Tapos, plus 2, that's another 0. Pero nag-carry ako. Tapos meron akong 6. So my next number here should be 6. At ilang beses ako nag-carry? 1, 2, dalawa. So alam ko yung second to the last digit ko should be 6, which means cancel na to sila. And what should be my next digit then? My next digit should be 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 3 is 0, carry 1, tapos 4. So the correct answer here is this one. Okay, now, this is not the only solution. And then here is actually posting kung ano yung solution niya, which is actually helping to make things a little bit easier. Allow me to erase everything that I've done so far para makita po ninyo yung process. So ano po yung ginawa niya? Yung ginawa po niya ay pinagsama niya ito because they both end in 5. Since they end in 5, then masasabi natin that pwede natin siyang i-combine. Actually, 275 plus 325, meron kang 25 plus 75. 75 and 25 gives you 100. So adding these two should give you 600. And adding these two, tingnan niyo po, 99 siya. Tapos may 1 ka doon. So yung 99 mo, tsaka yung 1 mo would give you 100, right? So may 100 ka na, may 300 ka, may 400 ka, tsaka 60. This should give you 860. And putting them together, you would still have the same correct answer, which is 1,460. This is what I'm telling you na minsan, iba-iba yung nakikita nating method. Sometimes some methods are longer, some methods are much shorter than the others. Mas maganda kung yung makuha nating method is yung shorter. Pero wala pong problema kung hindi niyo po makuha yung shorter method. Yung importante, tama po yung sagot. Okay? So we'll try to inculcate na makuha natin yung shortest and most efficient method. Yun po yung gagawin natin, but it will only work if okay kayo sa method na yun. So if kaya nyo pong i-adapt yung method, then do it. Pag hindi po talaga, huwag nyo na pong ipilit. Hindi rin naman po maganda na marami kayong mga minimemorize na method, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos, yun na lang yung focus nyo, yung mga iba-ibang method nyo, hindi na yung analysis ng answers, right? So, since you're starting your review early, you still have a lot of time to practice the methods at makukuha po ninyo yung mga iba-ibang techniques that would help make things easier. So for now, try to take a look at the shortcuts or the simple methods. Yes, Ange, this is, to be more specific, PEMDAS. It doesn't have to be mentioned. You know, it should be a presumption that if meron tayo mga magkakasunod na items like that, it should be PEMDAS. Kasi yung iba sabi nila, hindi PEMDAS yung gagamitin, ganito, ganyan. So pag hindi po specify, you assume na PEMDAS siya. Okay? So let's take a look at your answers. I'm receiving answers kay Benji, kay Ses, tsaka sa isa nating Facebook user na wala pong pangalan, pasensya na po. Dalawa actually kayo. Minsan po kasi, yung ibang pangalan ay hindi lumalabas sa StreamYard. So pasensya na po. Hindi ko pa makikita live yung pangalan ng iba sa inyo. Hello, good evening po, Miss Helen. Maureen is answering 1 also. Ayan, Roslyn. Ayan, marami po nakapagsagot ng 1. So yes, this is indeed PEMDAS. So what are we supposed to do here? Of course, you start with the innermost parenthesis. So nasa pinakamaloob na item, which is this one, which gives us 10. Ay, palila ko mo yung kulay. 10. But of course, we need to write everything down now because they are now on the same level. Same layer na po silang lahat. Ano po? Okay? So, pareho na po silang level na nasa loob po sila ng bracket. So, we now, tapos na po yung P sa PEMDAS, wala pong exponent, so wala ng E. Doon tayo sa MDAS, MDAS. So, yung MDAS po na portion, your multiplication and division, you should do it from left to right. So kung alin po yung nauna. So what are we supposed to deal here with first? It should actually be this, which should give us 2. And then copy everything else. So alin na? Positive 2 pala, sorry. So what happens next? So PEMDAS pa rin tayo. Then we have to deal with multiplication or division, whichever comes first. So we have to deal with this. This should give us 4. Meron tayong 23 minus 10 plus 4. And then you could simply deal with that na. Doesn't really matter yung addition and subtraction, no, for as long as you do it correctly. Order isn't really very specific. So what we have here is indeed a result that is 17. So it's nice to see that quite a lot of you are actually doing it correctly. Marami po akong na-encounter na yung ginagawa nila is dahil MDAS, inuuna nila yung multiplication. Inuuna daw nila ito, which is actually wrong, right? So yung MD po sa PEMDAS, multiplication division, is whichever comes first from left to right. Okay? So let's establish that further, yung ating pong rules for PEMDAS. So this is what you call your order of operations or yung PEMDAS rule natin in this specific order. As mentioned, we begin with your parenthesis, your exponent, that's the PE part, and of course you have your MD, whichever comes first. Multiplication is not always done before. So kung sino lang yung nauna, kung nauna si division, then uunahin mo rin siya. The same thing then actually yung addition and subtraction, whichever comes first from left to right. It's just that, dahil commutative po si addition, pag sinabing commutative, pwede mong ipagpalit yung order. So hindi po siya nagmamatter kay addition and subtraction. Pero dito po kay multiplication or division, mag-iiba po yung answer ninyo if you don't follow the rules correctly. So please take note of that. Whichever comes first from left to right for multiplication and division. I have here another review rin naman ulit. So paano siya, sandali, I think I have some items here that I'd like for you to try. Balik muna tayo dito sa order of operations. So for the order of operations, if you have examples, like yung naisulat ko doon kanina, 12 times 4 divided by 3 versus 12 divided by 4 times 3. So yung ginagawa po natin, since M and D are on the same level, whichever comes first, so yung gagawin po natin dito is 12 times 4 first, which is 48, I believe. 48. Tapos divided by 3, then that's what happens there. And then what you will do then later is, eto. So what you have is, kung sa second layer po, sandali lang, I will answer that in a bit. Uunahin din po ninyo yung 12 divided by 4 kasi nauna pong nag-appear from left to right si division. So siya po yung uunahin natin. This should give you 3 and then yung kasunod na times 3. So mag-iiba po yung answer kung hindi po nyo na-follow correctly yung order. Yung sa taas po kasi would give you a 6 and the one on the bottom would give you a 9. So kung nag-PEMDAS lang po kayo basta-basta, halimbawa, kung yung wrong way of doing PEMDAS yung ginawa ninyo, which is starting here, 24 sana yung sagot, 144 sana yung sagot nyo. Ay, times, no, this is division. You would have answered 1, which is actually wrong. So, dapat ito po yung gawin. So, Ange, magkaka-access ba kayo? Yes, magkaka-access po kayo. You will be given this copy if you are part of our review group. So, naka-PDF na po yung ibibigay sa inyo. 16 po ba? Ayun, sorry. 16 po siya. So, yung makukuha po ninyong version ay yung PDF version, pati na po yung solutions sa sinulat ko. So, yung answers na mga sinusulat kong nandito, ma-access niyo po yan. Not just the questions, but even the writings. So, mas maganda po siya for you, actually. Okay? Thank you, Vin. Now, let's take a look at your basic arithmetic. Review lang po sa basic arithmetic. Time check, it's 7:57. I'm not sure if this is a full 2 hours. I think full 2 hours po tayo. Kahit free viewing, pwede po. Yung basic arithmetic po natin ay addition and subtraction, Para lang po ma-review tayo, if the signs are the same, like both addition and both subtraction, then you have to add the integers and follow the sign of the larger integer. So yun po yung sign na gagamitin natin. If the signs are different, so kung plus and minus or minus and plus, then you need to subtract the integers. Then again, sign ng larger integer. So yun po yung instructions niya. So kung same, add. Kung different, subtract. And always follow the sign of the larger integer. For example, we have 2 plus 4, 2 minus 4, negative 2 plus 4, and negative 2 minus 4.